Hello, thank you so much for clicking on this video. Quick reminder up top that I do have some of these prompts available as prints in my Etsy shop. That link will be below. And as always, thank you, my beautiful, wonderful patrons. Love you big. All right, let's get into the video. Whoop whoop. I know what you want, what you really, really want.
I know what you want, what you really, really want.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
I wanna.
I wanna really, really, really wanna sick a sack. Hello.
Oh my god, you're so fast at drawing.
It's so
I'm sorry.
freaking fast.
Whoa! Scared me. Why are we going so fast?
Hello, and welcome to the Spider Lair. I am Spider, of course, and on this channel, we like to take a prompt and make a character based off the prompt. And at this point, the guests are taking over. It can't be helped. I have too many talented artist friends. So with us today, we have the Maketto. Say hello.
Hello, everybody. That's me.
And then on this channel, we like
a
this.
fake accent.
What's that?
Just gonna put a fake accent to entire video.
Just open with a different voice. Just very jarring. No, like who are we speaking to now, Makkie?
Yeah.
This is little Andrew. No.
Hello, it's me.
Yeah. Okay, well, before we get into that, I do like to have us reiterate our pronouns. So mine are they, them, and what are yours?
I go by he, him most of the time.
Let's go. Most of the time?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't mind someone else call me like they, them or something.
Oh. See, I
It's
like
fine.
that. I'll sprinkle it in there like 15% of the time that I talk to you.
2.3% of the time, she, her.
Yeah, communication can really be broken down into like math equations, right? That's what my autistic brain likes
that's
to think.
exactly how it works.
Perfect. So let's go ahead and get into it. Our prompt this time was frog drip, because Makkie and I are constantly sending each other pictures of
Frog
cool
moments.
outfits and frog memes. Yeah, it's kind of our whole thing. It's kind of our thing. So
The top 10 frogs, I would say.
Oh yeah, this is definitely gonna include some of my top 10 favorite frogs. And
true, actually.
and completely avoid any copyright. So any likeness to any frog character that exists in real life is just purely coincidental.
It's just, like 100% coincidental. Can see throughout the video there's no like images from them showing up or anything.
No, nothing like that.
If you see something like that, that might be your PC like has a virus or something.
Yeah. If you're seeing any reference images pulled in, that's definitely just only you can see those.
You should like check out your PC. It might be something like that.
Yeah, thankfully Makkie works in tech support, so
yeah, you can message me on my phone.
Oh yeah, what's your number so people can get hold of you?
Okay, you can call me 555. No. But it's pretty cool like to see that you have like the old masters type of way of doing like the legs in a very long way and then doing the body all together.
The old masters doing long legs? What do you mean?
Yeah, like Bobby Chu.
You think Bobby Chu's an old
Makkie.
master?
They're old, so probably. The joke was a bunch of reference like our friends.
Oh shoot, I stepped on your coattails, I'm sorry.
The old masters like Matthew Jew.
Yeah, Matthew Jew. Yeah. Did you know that I'm a year older than Ahmed Aldoori?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Do you think
I didn't know that.
Do you think I have a chance?
Killing him? Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Well, then how else am I gonna take his place? Yeah.
Imagine one day the studio is just you sitting there and people are really confused.
yeah, it's just me sitting there, said Ahmed Aldoori. I think we both have like hazel eyes though, so maybe they won't. Maybe they'll be fooled.
Oh, I don't think they would notice. Yeah.
Yeah, they probably won't notice. I'll just shave my head completely bald.
Yeah.
And that little poof of hair will be gone.
And then people see you and be like, "Oh, wait, is that Mark Brunet?" And they're like,
"Is that Marco Bucci?" And crap.
Marco Bucci.
You know what? If I had to pick who I looked most, I mean, Proco, right? I had to pick.
Proco?
I think I looked a little Proco-y. I don't know.
Maybe. I guess like he has like more of a rounder shape.
I don't know. Well, okay. Here's an interesting fact about you and me is that when people have seen pictures of us, They're like, you guys kind of look related. And we're just
Yeah,
on
I know.
opposite ends of the continent, so I think that's really funny. I like
We
to
kind of
go.
are the same person.
Yeah, I like to go with
Kinda like.
the fiction that you're like my long lost cousin. Because I actually don't know who my dad is, so that's like real. So maybe
Yeah,
it's your dad.
maybe. Oh no, not my dad. I don't think my dad has ever been to the U.S. though.
Oh, okay, your
I'm
dad's
gonna be
brother
honest.
then. That would make us cousins.
It was always in Brazil.
What about your
And
dad's brother?
what? Nah, they're always in here as well.
No, dang.
Well, it's been like they have like my dad has like 10 brothers, so maybe.
Yeah, see, you can't keep track of all of them. You don't know.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. You're right. You're right. They might be gaslighting me as well, saying, "Oh, I
True.
would never go to the. I don't even speak English. He knows everything."
Look, you don't need to speak someone else's language. Know the language of love, Makkie.
That's true. That is actually true.
I think. I'm not quite sure how babies are made, but I kind of don't want to know at this point.
I think it's kind of nasty though. Like it has a shovel or something like that. I don't want to know.
Yeah, it's like hand holding and all that gross stuff I don't like. So
Exactly.
yeah. This cat is wilding out. Maybe I should open the door.
Chill, Mac, chill.
Chill, bro, chill.
I like the vine. Chill, why you gotta be in such a big time rush?
Bro, chill. Why you
You
in such
know?
a big time rush?
Bro, I've been watching Vines again. Like the same Vines over and over.
Okay, boomer.
Because because like YouTube compilations are pretty much the same Vines in different like places.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a Vine compilation that wasn't just the Vines that I always see.
Yeah, it's like all the same. I think there's like 100 Vines.
Yeah, there was only 100 total, so it was
Yeah, I think, and then they deleted the app. Yo, did you know Drew Gooden?
Yeah.
The guy that wrote Work Aheads. Yeah, I sure hope he does.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Not familiar. I'm
if
old,
you
yes.
if you listen to the video, it has Vengabus playing. I was actually so happy when I heard that.
In that same video, is this one of those deep lore? Like, I'm gonna go back and be like, oh,
No,
shit.
yeah, seriously, I'm dead serious. It's playing even in the part.
Oh my gosh, did I tell you about my favorite Vine lore that exists?
Which one?
Okay, so you know the one where they're in the coffee shop and it's the two, I don't know, high school kids or something that are just intimately like holding each other, and then the other kid is pointing and he's like, oh, is this allowed?
Hello. Yeah, I like that one.
And
Yeah.
then she's like, stop. So there was this, my favorite deep lore was there was this whole thing going around, I think it was on Tumblr or something, and I'm that old, where the the boy in that's like, doing the public display of affection with the other kid is like a
Beautiful
real
babe.
doll
Yeah.
and not a real person, but like one of those
What?
okay, because here's the thing, right? When you watch it, and you'll notice this now, when you watch it, he does not move the entire time at all. And he looks unnatural, like when you look at him.
Stop.
And I know that it's not
Stop.
true. I know that it's not true. He's obviously not, but like, I just love it though as a story. Like, I think that's so, I love
So
stuff like that,
funny.
urban legends and stuff. Oh, I live.
Oh my god, that's actually so good. What? It reminds me of you know like GTA San Andreas.
Mhm.
People used to think there was like a Bigfoot in the game. There was like the craziest lore. There was like fake images.
Wait, that Bigfoot was in the game? So people would show
Yeah.
screenshots and then Bigfoot would be there, but they had just edited him in or something?
Yeah.
That's
And
wild.
people are like, there is Bigfoot in game, and you gotta do this to find him, and no one ever found him.
Well, what's weird about that is that you could definitely patch him in because you can do that
Yeah.
mini game. You can patch
Oh,
it
no,
to
yeah,
where there are whales in the sky instead of planes. So I feel like that would have been one that would be so, like, why would you not believe it? You know
Oh,
what I
no,
mean?
yeah.
See, that's what's so
Mhm.
good about it, I think. Is
No,
like
but
when they're really believable like that, because that seems like something that somebody, why would they make that up? So I love that people
Yeah.
were, hunting for him in the game, trying to like get a
Yeah,
peek.
like he's not in the game files. Everyone saw the game files and he's not in there, and people actually still believed it.
Well, I love that that stuff is still around because it used to be that that stuff was word of mouth and you couldn't fact check it. You had to just play the game to check it out. So I love that there's still
Mhm.
things that people play the game to see if it's in there and they can't fact check it. Like, even
Oh
though we
yeah,
have access to all this, information. I think that's so wild.
and we had so many. It was back like in the PlayStation, so 2009, 2010. I don't remember when. There used to be so many like here in Brazil, piracy is like the biggest thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not illegal to have personal piracy items, like if you're part of a software or something. As
Right.
long as you're not making money from it, it's not illegal, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty common for people having like pirated softwares or pirated games,
Mm-hmm.
game systems, and PlayStation 2 was so big in piracy, it was actually impossible to find original PlayStation 2.
That's so
And
wild. That's one of those stranger than fiction things too. Like, I'd find that less believable than Bigfoot is in the game. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's so weird how the truth is stranger than fiction sometimes.
yeah, I know it's super weird. And the fact that there was so many like modded version of games like GTA Vegeta. It's just like the normal GTA, but the skin with Vegeta instead of CJ. Shit like that. Yeah, I always loved playing modded games, changing stuff. That's so awesome.
The Thomas the Tank Engine one in Skyrim is probably the scariest one I've seen.
That was actually scary. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
that was scarier than a dragon by far.
Oh, completely. Like it doesn't blink. It's just like this giant train and it starts playing that song. It's actually scary.
Yeah, you can't look too closely at his face or you'll go mad.
You go crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like this.
Because you're crazy because of
It
Thomas.
activated my wizard eyes, yeah.
Now I can see in the dark and I can fart without making any noise.
Do you know that's possible?
Farting without making any noise?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is fascinating, right? The noise comes from your butt cheeks hitting each other. If you pull your cheeks apart and you fart, it just goes.
Stop.
No,
Don't
I'm
say
not
that.
kidding. I'm not kidding.
I know
works.
you're not kidding.
You can totally fart without making a sound.
I know, I do believe that.
You don't
That
sound like
happened
you
to me
believe it.
multiple times.
That happened to you? You're like, I know a
Yeah.
guy that happened to.
And that was me.
That guy, I know him. He's me.
He's me and he's real.
Speaking of real, how
Yeah.
3D does this look? It looks like he's
This
just gonna
looks
pop
really
off
good.
the page. Yeah.
You like making the characters a little less saturated in the background gave like a very good depiction of distance, even if it's little.
Yeah. I like to over exaggerate that. I wanted it to look like one of those photo shoots you do in kindergarten where or I don't know, this is a US thing, I don't know. But or maybe it's even just a state by state thing, but sometimes they'll do these things where they set up like there'll be like a stuffed giraffe and like a giant ABC block and just like kids stuff in the photo with you, and then you are taking your picture in an awkward pose next to these things. If I can find a picture of me in one of those setups, I'll pop it up on the screen, but hold on, my cat really wants to chime in. Buddy. Okay, bye. Love you, bye.
Mac. Is it Mac with a K as well?
No, his full name is macadamia nut.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind. You're right.
Yeah, fun fact, sometimes when I'm talking to the cat, Makkie will think I'm talking to him, and so when I'm like, oh, little Mac, oh, little baby, you're like,
You're
like, Spider, do you love me?
Finally, someone loves me.
I'm gonna
Oh,
tweet
no.
about it.
I can't tweet that. That's my Twitter every day, bro.
Yeah. Just tag in the boo thing at Spider Layer. Oh, at Spider Layer on Twitter, just so everybody knows. My Twitter is dead. It's just cobwebs there. It's just I never check on
That's
it.
fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Let's get into your sketching process over here.
I think it looked awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I
Aw.
really enjoyed yours. I started mine with a very simple frog, just to warm up.
Yeah, I like how your method is to just draw it correctly the first time. Like, that's
It always
just like
works.
how your stuff looks. Like, oh, I just did it and it looked right. And I'm like, okay, okay, okay.
I don't think much about it. If I think too much about it, I'm not gonna finish it. That's the fact.
Yeah, that's a pro strat, is to just, when it's going and it's flowing, you just keep at it. You don't stop.
Yeah.
Whoa, I like how your screen just did a barrel roll. I didn't notice that the first
Oh
time.
no, I did that by accident.
My
I
favorite
always
internet lore that I found out about was that thing where you can make Google do a barrel roll.
Oh
I
yeah, I
love
love
that.
it.
When I figured that
That
out, I
Easter
had to
egg.
show everyone. And they were like, yeah, I know. That's like 10 years old. And I'm like, oh.
There's so many like Easter eggs in Google actually.
Wait, you can make it do more things than a barrel roll?
Yeah, there's a lot. I can show you later. I can
Oh
get
my
like
god.
the Easter egg list and show
Let's
you.
go.
I love that stuff. I love stuff like when people hide softwares, cool little things, cool little tricks.
Oh, it's like a little treasure hunt.
Like Bigfoot in San Andreas.
He's real.
I wish, man, it would be so cool to find him. I was trying to hunt him because it was like a forest and it was very foggy and really scary for me as a kid.
Well, like, okay, Bigfoot's actually a huge thing here. I'm in Oregon, and this is supposedly where all the sightings are of
Oh
Bigfoot.
no. Isn't the same place that has a lot of furries? I don't think it's a coincidence.
Wait, is it a place that has a lot of furries?
Wait, let me. There's a graph showing like Bigfoot sightings and furry, like the most people with fur sets. It's like pretty much
Oh,
the same
shoot.
place.
Yeah, we
It's
gotta
so
find that.
funny. Imagine people like, I saw Bigfoot, and it's just like a furry convention.
I don't know if I've seen a lot of fursuits where it has any kind of natural hair color though, because I get their logic. If you're gonna be a giant fox or something, why would you not be
Yeah,
rainbow
just
pastel colors or
make it
something?
cool, bro.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
not?
Make it like sick. Put
Make
flame decals on it. Like, let's go.
make it unique. I actually love like when people do fursuits. Look so cool.
Oh my gosh, if I did a fursuit, I would probably make it with flames on it and try to do like a fursona that's based on Guy Fieri.
Oh my god, I was about to say that like Guy
Yeah.
Fieri.
Yeah, like
Guy
me,
Fieri.
like at a grill, like just like sort of flipping burgers and my. What kind of animal do you think Guy Fieri would be if he was an animal?
Guy Fieri?
Yeah.
He looks like what is it? Like a fennec? You know fennecs?
Oh, okay, like a fennec fox. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
like
see
a
that.
fennec fox, but Guy Fieri. I don't know why I made that analogy, but that's what I think.
Well, we already know that I would be a spider. I think it's literally technically. Is that technically a fursona that I have at the beginning and end of my videos? It's like a spider sona, I guess. I don't
It's,
know. What's your
I don't
animal,
think
Mac? What are you?
my animal, as in furry.
Yeah.
Damn, bro, I don't
Or
know.
persona. I don't know.
I
Just like a.
when I did like a furry questions to see what animal you are, I got like a gray wolf or something like that.
I could see that.
But
But little. This is
I
something about Makkie too, is that he's extremely short. He's very, very, very tiny.
I'm like 4'8".
Yeah, exactly. I'm 5'3"
People
and
are-
I tower above him. So.
Yeah, Spider is always like throwing me around.
Right. But it's kind of fun though. It's like a little game. You kind of like it. I think you didn't like it at first, but then when I started doing it, you just kind of get used to it. And you're
It
like,
started
it's
becoming more
kinda
fun. Like, wee!
yeah, yeah. Whee!
Spider put me in a little paper plane and throw me around, stuff like that.
They actually based the Super Monkey Ball game off of me and Makkie interacting.
My existence based on the Super Monkey Ball game.
Yeah. Yeah, are you still getting royalties from that? Or also Mackie's really rich. I forgot to mention that.
Oh yeah, I'm rich as bro. I'm so rich today. I ate a lot of things.
Yeah, he like doesn't even think about money really. So when people are like talking about their money troubles, he's like, "What? Like, what do you mean?" He's just so out of touch. Like,
Yeah, I'm not like a $500 negative in bank. I would never be like that.
no. You would never be in a situation where somebody would steal your credit card and then not be able to make any purchases because
And that
there was no
happened
money.
2 times. That happened 2 times.
Wait,
That
that
is
happened
so
twice?
funny. It happened twice.
People steal Mackie's identity and then they're like, no thanks, I don't want it.
I don't want it.
Have it back.
So
Well, it's
someone in the
because you keep
supermarket.
answering those Facebook questions where it's like, "Oh, fun game." You know, the fursona name is the last 7 digits of your credit card number, and then the first 10 digits. All those
And then the
digits
three
together are
digits
your
on the
persona.
back. It reminds me of like a news article about people stealing information using memes, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like this was 5 years ago, and I went to look and it was like a Vegeta, your Dragon Ball name, and then I was like, your address when your parents are not home. Like stuff that can be dangerous to
Yeah,
some kids, but like
the range of time when no one's at your house, like.
yeah. Yeah, I love that. I used to do that meme, and my mom got really mad at me because I couldn't find my keys, and my mom was like, "Oh, where was the last place?" I was like, "Ah, don't worry, mom. I put like where the houses and when we're home, so they know when to deliver the keys back." And mom was like, "What?"
Just on a keychain attached to the
Don't.
key. If found,
Yeah.
return to 555
Return
East
to
Brazil. Yeah.
Brazilian house, Maketto.
Yeah.
I'm home from 6 to 8.
Yeah, it's his house is pretty easy to find. It's a huge
Yeah,
mansion.
it's always unlocked. You guys can join
Yeah.
anytime.
he likes to Facebook update when he goes on vacation, which is a lot. Like,
Yeah.
you know, to the Bahamas and stuff.
Pretty much like every other day, I'm
Yeah.
just
He's
flying
like never
somewhere.
home. Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
squatters permanently living at his house, but he can't find them because his house is so huge. Yeah, I love your style. So cartoony.
Thank you. Thank you. That's like my visual memory is cartoons, and
Right.
I went to design school, and so designing stuff, I really like doing it. Just laying down stuff, and you know, I keep everything the same line. I think a lot of artists they like having like a sketch and a cleaner, and then even cleaner one. That's what some of the Japanese artists do.
Yeah.
And that's what I like doing everything the same line. I just clean it up.
Yeah, no big. Just use the line you make first. Easy.
No.
Just do it right the first time. That's what I mean, though, is that your line just looks right the first time. It doesn't really require a lot of, like, you know, you didn't need to ink this because you were just doing it. Like,
Yeah,
you're like,
I
well,
don't want to
that looks
flex, but you
great.
can see
Just
up
leave it.
there, there's no smoothing. That's
Yeah.
just my hand being good.
Yeah, exactly. I was blindfolded and I
was like, yeah, my monitor was off, and
I actually just
my
drew this on a
trackpad.
napkin. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't even a speed draw. This is like real time. No.
Yeah, this is rich.
I mean, you did it fast.
No,
What was your time on this? Like,
it was like an hour
Yeah.
and 10 minutes.
Screw you. So good.
To be honest, I'm not that fast. I was just really inspired to hang out with Spider. It's been like a while since we hang out.
Oh, that's so nice.
So it was, yeah, no, for really. I was actually feeling myself, so I just worked on it. No-brainer.
I do remember you were trying to talk to YouTube the entire time that we were filming the speed draw, and I kept kind of trying to explain that, like, we can't. It would just.
Yeah. Exactly.
But Makkie could not be stopped.
I couldn't. There's no stopping.
Let's insert some of the audio here. Ready?
Hello, YouTube.
Should record the sounds like a go.
Hey, what is up, YouTube? Welcome to another video.
There we go.
There
That's
it is. Yep. See, that was him talking while we were drawing. Yeah. So this has been really fun. Makkie, where can people find you online?
You can find me online and in real life.
Where?
Oh, you can find me on my street. Come visit me in Brazil.
Okay. Yeah, everybody just go to Brazil and then you can see Makkie there. He'll be waiting for you at the train station.
Exactly.
So this is usually the part of the video, the end, fittingly enough, where I like to say goodbye.
Bye.